Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. This is a 15-minute total body workout. Beginner's yoga for men, so totally beginner friendly, no flexibility required. If you don't have any yoga equipment, you can easily get by with a stack of books or a foam roller or a dog leash or a belt. I'm going to walk you through every aspect of each posture, give you modifications, so if you're not as flexible as me, the important thing to remember is to do your best, follow along to the proper technique, and don't worry about mirroring me. Do the posture as it works for your body. Let's get started. We're going to start with a mountain pose at the top of your mat. Feet hip width distant, toes facing straight forward, and insides of your feet parallel to one another. You can start by kind of shifting your weight forward and back, side to side, and make sure that your weight is centered. Not all the way in the front of your body, not all the way in the back. Try to bring your hips right above your heels. As you do that, you might feel your abs start to work a little bit more. Just make sure that you're not leaning forward and putting all the weight into your toes. Bring your shoulders back and down, so you want to retract your shoulder blades. Turn your palms to face forward, chest nice and open. Press the top of your head up toward the ceiling, and then relax your chin in toward your throat. Take 3 deep breaths here, in and out of the nose. As you inhale, getting taller. And as you exhale completely. So squeezing your belly button toward your lower back, squeezing your abs, getting all the air out. Again, inhale through the nose. Getting taller, and then exhaling, squeezing your core, getting all the air out. As you're breathing here, you're not changing your posture. You're not arching your back and then rounding forward, but just try to keep a nice neutral posture here. All right, next pose. Grab your strap or your belt or whatever you have. Hold your strap overhead at about shoulder width distant. If you are less flexible, you can bend your elbows like this. If you have no problem getting your arms overhead, then you can eventually work toward bringing your hands together and interlacing the fingers. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lean toward the right, press your hips toward the left. Press down through your feet, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your abs. And as you're inhaling, you're getting as tall as you can, lengthening your spine, pressing your fingers up toward the ceiling. And then as you're exhaling, leaning deeper into the stretch. Make sure that your legs stay locked out here, so you're squeezing both thighs. Feeling a nice stretch from your left hip all the way up through the left armpit. And you're here for 10 more seconds. Remember, stay nice and tall, getting deeper, but staying strong as you do this. All right, bring it back to the middle. Inhale, get as tall as you can. Squeeze the arms back. And as you exhale, bend toward the left, hips toward the right. Again, with your strap here, you can hold the strap so that your arms are comfortable here. Your arm shouldn't be, or your shoulders shouldn't be touching the ears. They should be somewhat neutral and relaxed here. Make sure that your legs are active, your abs are active. And you're also squeezing the strap or squeezing your arms toward the back so that you feel the muscles between the shoulder blades working here. This is working on core strength. This is working on your obliques specifically, but also working on your shoulders. 2 more breaths here, getting tall as you inhale, and then as you exhale, going deeper into that bend. Inhale back to the middle, and then you're going to look up. As you inhale, reach your arms up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, squeeze your arms back into standing back bend. So here I want you to think, again, maintaining length through your spine. So you're going to push the top of your head away from your shoulders and then squeeze your arms back as much as possible. So really opening up the chest here. This is targeting your shoulders, your upper back, your abs. And we're also working your thighs, working your balance a little bit here. As you inhale, again, getting taller, squeezing your arms up, pressing your head up. And then as you exhale, squeezing your arms further back. Make sure you're maintaining length through the back of your neck here. You shouldn't feel any discomfort through the back of the neck. One more breath. And then bring your arms back, release your hands down, and shake that off. Nice job. Moving into our next posture, this is a low lunge. Right leg forward, left leg back. Release your left knee to the floor. If you have difficulty putting your knee on the ground, you can put a pillow, a cushion, or a washcloth underneath the kneecap so that there's no pain there. Keep your shoulders stacked above your hips. And make sure that your hips are neutral here. So I don't want your lower back arched, your butt sticking out behind you. Make sure that your tailbone is kind of reaching down here. Your lower back is neutral. And then your core and your hips are engaged. So press down through your feet, push down through your back toes as well. Squeeze your abs, lift your ribs away from your hips, and then bring your arms to goalpost arms. So elbows level with the shoulders. This is a really nice modification for men since we tend to be tighter through the shoulder area. As you inhale, you're getting nice and tall. And as you exhale, you're sinking deeper into that lunge. Try to maintain strength as you're here. So you're keeping your hips working, you're keeping your abs working, but also feeling stretching. One more breath. All right, from here we're gonna move to a twist. Take a big breath in, lift your arms up, and then keep your hips facing straight forward. Bring your right arm back, left arm forward, and turn your torso to face toward the right. Make sure that your hips stay facing straight forward here. Your hips are forward, your torso is twisting toward the right as much as you can while maintaining that proper technique. As you inhale, top of the head goes up, so getting taller. As you exhale, twisting deeper into that twist. So your upper back is active here. You can think about squeezing that right arm back as far as possible. And you're maintaining strength through the hips, so continuing to squeeze your glutes to push down through your feet. One more breath here. And then inhale your arms back up, twist forward, and release your hands down. All right, switch sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. Again, hips facing straight forward. Push down through your left foot, so you want to feel that weight through your left hip. Right hip flexors are stretching. Squeeze your right glute here too. Make sure the back toes are tucked. That allows that right leg to be a bit more active. If you need that pad or that cushion, go ahead and put that under your right kneecap now. Bring your arms up into goalpost arms. Squeeze your elbows back. Again, this is opening up your chest, helping with shoulder mobility, helping stretch your pecs. And then as you exhale, you're sinking deeper into the lunge. As you inhale, getting taller, lifting your ribs away from your hips, and then exhaling to go deeper. Make sure that you're not just falling forward into this lunge and letting your low back kind of just go to poor form. Try to keep that low back neutral. Keep the shoulders stacked above the hips. One more breath here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Hips stay facing straight forward. So low lunge twist. This is a really nice full body exercise. You're working on hip mobility here, working on core strength, but also working on your thoracic spine, your thoracic mobility, and your shoulders. As you inhale, get tall, lift your head up. As you exhale, twist deeper, squeezing your abs to help twist. 2 more breaths. Inhale back to the middle, lift your arms up, and release your hands down. All right, we're gonna stand up. Good job there. Pretty intense for a low lunge, but that's good. We're gonna go to a squat hold. So feet facing straight forward, about hip width distant. Bend your knees slightly, hinge at your hips, pull your butt down and back, and bring your arms out in front of you into a squat hold. Make sure that your knees are behind your toes, and you wanna feel your weight in your hamstrings and your glutes here. Your back should be flat, so make sure that your lower back isn't rounded. You don't want your butt kind of tucking under your low back here. Let your butt come out behind you. Core is engaged just like you'd have it for a plank. Arms are out in front to help counterbalance. 2 more breaths here. It can also help to pretend like you're holding something between your thighs. So squeeze your inner thighs toward one another. You might feel like you want to fall over backwards a little bit. That's normal. That's a good thing. And then from here, moving to a half lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Pull your chest forward and up. Make your back flat. And then straighten your legs until you feel a stretch through the backs of the thighs. If you have your block here, you can place the block maybe 6 inches or a foot in front of your feet. And that will allow you to kind of get that nice L shape with your body that we're looking for. Keep in mind, if you've got 2 blocks or a taller foam roller, you can stack those, make it a little bit higher. The important thing is not to lock out your legs here, but rather to feel the stretching through the backs of your thighs while keeping your back flat. Inhale, pull your chest forward and up, keep that back flat. And then as you exhale, forward fold. So squeeze your thighs, squeeze your abs, and pretend like you're doing a reverse crunch, right? So pushing your abs toward your thighs, keeping your back flat here. Make sure that your lower back isn't rounding up and making a C shape. So keep the knees bent, keep the front of your torso long. You want to kind of think making a sandwich with your abs and your thighs, and you'll bend your knees however much you need to get there. You've got the blocks to help out as well. And this makes sure that you're stretching your hamstrings and not just over flexing your low back. All right, moving out of this, drop your hips down just like you did for the squat. Pull your chest forward, lift your arms up and overhead, and then release your hands. All right, nicely done. From here, we're gonna move into a standing one leg balance. Stand on your right foot. Bring your left knee up to hip level. If you have difficulty with the balance here, you can keep your left toes on the ground to kind of practice. As you get more advanced, you can lift that knee up. If you want a little bit more, push your left hand into your left thigh. Press your left thigh back up into the hand. Make sure that your right leg is straight, squeezing your whole thigh. Bring your right arm up and squeeze that right arm back. We got about 2 more breaths here. Remember, staying as tall as you can. And to help with the balance, look at a non-moving point directly in front of you. So don't look at me because I move. Try to look at something that isn't moving. All right, release down, switch sides. Stand on your left foot, come up onto your right toes. Maybe bring the knee up to hip level. Right hand into your right thigh, left leg locked out. Left arm reaches up and squeezes back. And that way, this is really a nice full body balancing posture, right? We've got the hand pressing into the thigh. Your left foot is pressing into the ground. Your whole left leg is squeezing. You'll feel your abs working as you press your hand into your thigh. And then also opening up your shoulders and strengthening the upper back with that left arm. 10 more seconds here. Get as tall as you can and push that right hand into your thigh as hard as you can. Almost there. And release. Okay, nice job. We're gonna move to a wide-legged stance from here. Grab a block or your foam roller, whatever you have. Turn your toes slightly in, bend your knees, put the block in front of you, maybe about a foot in front of you. Pull your chest forward and up. So you want your back really flat here. If you look at me from the side, you'll notice that my low back is flat. Bend your knees as much as you need to do that. So even if you have to bend your knees a lot, that's fine. Keep your back flat and then straighten your legs to the point that you feel stretching on the inner thighs and the hamstrings. As you inhale, you can pull your chest forward and up. As you exhale, squeeze your abs and squeeze your thighs. So I want you to think kind of holding here with strength, all right? Not just doing a stretch, but actually trying to build strength in your thighs and your abs. And if you can focus on strength, the flexibility will follow. All right, let's get out of this. Bend your knees, pull your chest forward, hands to your hips, and come up. Keep that wide stance. This time, turn your toes out 45 degrees, heels in. We're moving into a horse stance. Bring your butt down, straight down to the floor. Don't let your butt poke out behind you like this. right? So I want your butt under your shoulders. And you might need to turn your toes to face forward more to do that. You can play around with your stance. Maybe the feet come wider, maybe they come closer together. When you're doing this, you're gonna feel the weight in your glutes, and you're gonna feel stretching through your inner thighs. Keep that chest up. You can also bring your arms out in front of you to kind of help counterbalance. And then you can shift back and forth here. This is one of my favorite exercises for the lower body. Really good for challenging your strength and endurance, but also working on mobility. Keep your glutes nice and tight, so really squeeze your butt, kind of getting your butt under your shoulders. Keep your chest up, sink down a little bit lower, and then one more breath here. All right, squeeze your butt, stand up all the way, and we're gonna take it down to the ground for our last little sequence. Move into a plank, hands planted, hands under your shoulders. Grab the ground with your fingers, kind of screw your hands into the ground like you're opening a jar. Pull your chest forward, look slightly forward here, and then lift your belly button toward your low back. If you want more of a challenge, squeeze your hands and your feet toward one another, and that's gonna make this plank really nice and intense. We're here for 2 breaths. As you exhale, you can squeeze your abs more. As you inhale, you can kind of reset, make sure you've got a nice long spine, good posture, and then again, exhaling to squeeze your core. All right, slowly lower yourself down. So a really nice slow reverse push-up here, all the way down. Take it into a cobra, so you're gonna flip your feet, press the tops of your feet into the ground, squeeze your thighs together, squeeze your abs, press the top of your head forward, and squeeze your elbows in and down. It's normal for your feet to cramp up here. The more you practice, that'll start to go away. So that is normal, just be aware your feet might cramp first time. Here for 2 breaths. Keep pushing your feet down. If that cramping is unbearable, you can tuck your toes instead. Continue to squeeze your thighs so your knees are off the ground, and really squeeze your abs here so that your back is protected as you get longer and get taller off the ground. 3 seconds. Release down. And then from here, final pose, child's pose. This is a really nice restorative stretch. You're gonna bring your knees wide, big toes touch. Hands can start under your shoulders. Shift your butt back toward your heels as much as is comfortable. If you notice that your butt doesn't go all the way back, that's fine. Walk your arms out in front of you until you feel a stretch through your shoulders. You can relax your forehead to the ground. If you notice that your head doesn't quite touch, you can use a block. Rest your forehead there. The goal with child's pose is to flatten your back. So make sure that your lower back isn't rounding here. I want you to try and make your back flat. If you're not sure what that looks like, use a mirror, record yourself. That's a great way to get better at the postures, because what you think you look like and what you actually look like are usually pretty different things. And just bringing that breathing back to normal. Slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. And you can stay here for 3 more breaths or 6 more breaths. It's totally up to you. All right, great job on that workout today. If you're following along to this routine as part of the 7-day challenge, keep it going. And if you haven't already signed up for my free 7-day challenge, you can do so at the first link in the description below. This is a 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge featuring 15-minute workouts and daily emails to help hold you accountable. This is an awesome way to get started with yoga, and it's free. Again, click that first link in the description below and you'll get your first workout delivered to your inbox in just minutes. I'm also adding in a bonus head and neck essentials routine. This is a previously members-only workout that I'm making available for free when you sign up. So again, click that first link in the description below. I'll wait. Do it. And if you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe. You'll be the first to know when new workouts and new videos are released. Like a video if you liked it. And if you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave a comment. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next video.